And we are back with episode 76 of the Wrestling Roundtable podcast. And this is our SummerSlam preview episode. For what it's worth, the show looks really good, but I can safely say that the TV these past couple of weeks, if you're not excited about the show already, I don't know what that's done to help you get you excited. As always, I'm Ryan Hall. I got my guy Dominique LaRue joining us, and Dom, some big news coming out of ESPN this week. They're actually doing away with the free previews. Like since they switched over to ESPN, they've been doing away with the previews of the first hour of PLE episodes, and they're actually doing away with that. I find that very hard to believe, but also, your explanation of it, I think, makes perfect sense.
Now, I saw the news today, I believe, and
Boy.
the the reports are they feel like that giving a free hour away is hindering getting new subscribers, excuse me, and also hindering the people that already have subscriptions to where like, oh, you're sitting here giving a free hour to people that don't even have the membership, and in their mind is like the the higher ups at ESPN probably thinking that by giving a free hour, you're giving people that could potentially be subscribers. Let's say, some of those fans were Drew McIntyre fans, Drew McIntyre kicking off the show against CM Punk, and you thinking we gonna show this match. People gonna be like, oh, I want to watch the rest of the match. I mean, like the rest of the card or whatever, and want to subscribe to ESPN. But in actuality, you're not. You basically
Yeah.
giving them what they want for free so they could go and move on with their lives for the next 2 hours instead of sitting here watching, you know, s- hit or miss matches, basically, which even though we have matches you and I are looking forward to, there are some matches that are definitely some misses that could have been shown on SmackDown or another Raw or something. So,
Or Saturday night's main event.
or not at all, to be honest,
Or
but
not at all,
they
exactly. Um, or they could have had that match on Monday night instead of that. I'm not going to crash out, but that Danhausen and Joe Hendry segment that they had the other day. Not going to crash out about
which
it. I'm just making an observation.
Which I can go ahead and say I'm not looking forward to the human monies on the pole match. We've had too many Danhausen versus Judgment Day matches, and you know how I feel about Judgment Day, so I don't
Yeah,
want to crash out about that. But I will say, you know what, I'm not going to even say it.
yeah. Let's like it's like I said at a pre-production meeting. I want to try to stay positive, but what kind of Vince Russo wannabe BS is that human money's on a pole match with Danhausen? And and we're both Danhausen fans. We both like what he does. He's goofy as hell. He's corny as hell. But what? I
Just
don't get it. But getting back to your point about ESPN doing away with the first hour previews of PLEs. This has been a tactic that WWE, WWF has been doing ever since the 90s. When they Sunday Night Heat right before they go into a pay-per-view. So like you'd have the first hour, you'd have a live Sunday Night Heat. You might have a match, but it was primarily a hard sell for last minute or the pay-per-view. But you still had that you still had that moment. You still had that opportunity to be able to get more eyeballs on your product. I almost kind of feel like this is ESPN cutting their nose off to spite their face. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, say it till I'm blue in the face. If you ordered the ESPN app just for WWE, you are. insane. But at the same time, there's still opportunity. I mean, I don't, so much of this, I just don't understand. Like, so much of this, I just don't understand. I don't know if I want to understand it. I just want to sit down Saturday and Sunday night and watch a great wrestling show. Is that too much to ask?
Why not? You want to have SummerSlam kickoffs and this, that, and the third on ESPN, and yet, you do the hour for free to like convince people to come watch your product. And I get it. You don't want to give nothing for free in this day and age, and especially in the United States, nothing's for free, like nothing.
Right.
So WWE would do great marketing back in the day with, like my brother said, the Sunday Night Heat. That was perfect. You had Sunday Night Heat leading into pay-per-view. You had some matches like I mean, a match that really don't even change the dynamic of the night going into that pay-per-view. It's not like Oba Femi and Brock got a match coming up, but Oba finna fight this guy for a number one contender spot. That's not going to affect anything because Oba's not
Right.
involved in this match for Sunday Night Heat. And also with Sunday Night Heat, they had, instead of playing beignets or the promos, getting you hyped for this match on like a Raw or SmackDown, why not save it for Monday Night Heat? Why not use it for that hour to sit there and just play, you know, promos or recaps basically to get you ready for the PLE.
Exactly. Exactly. Think of it like this. You already have Joe Tessitore, who's a fixture on ESPN already. Been doing college football, been doing boxing for 1,000 years, right? He's going to be hosting the pre-show panels, like he's been doing.
Mhm.
He's already an established voice on ESPN. I would think that this is a missed opportunity to be able to get casual wrestling fans interested in the WWE product. Like you may see, okay, I remember watching Brock Lesnar back when he was in UFC. Oh, Obafemi, he used to throw the shot put at the University of Alabama. Okay, I'm interested. Two big strapping guys. I'm interested. Um, I really feel like there's a missed opportunity because I feel like even as bad as Monday Night Raw was, I even feel like that didn't do anything to be able to get the casual fan interested in one of WWE's big four pay-per-views, big four PLEs. Um, you're kind of missing an opportunity. You can have like the kickoff panel on ESPN. Maybe even have one match, right? Maybe even have like the six-man tag with the Bloodline against LA Knight, Beavis and Butthead. I even blanking on who it is. Something that neither one of us feel a lot of heat towards. Um, but still kind of have that match, but let Michael Cole or Wade Barrett or whoever's going to be doing commentary for this, let them hard sell, you know, get on your ESPN app, subscribe to your ESPN app. I mean, like I feel like the relationship between WWE and ESPN has just been a giant mess from day one. Am I
It's
off
been
base
terrible. I
here?
mean,
Yeah.
no, it's been terrible. I mean, it was doomed from the start when you start your whole, partnership with WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
Like that was a sign. That was a sign from the jump that this partnership that so-called looked like it was gonna be amazing, and it was getting hot to me. I was like, "Yo, they finna show it on ESPN. Obviously they're gonna pull out all the stops as far as celebrity wise and sports entertainment wise or just sports in general. But to have an event like WrestlePalooza, I've yet to still watch WrestlePalooza.
And it was
And
awful.
have a match where John Cena is in on his retirement tour and get demolished by Brock Lesnar, which granted that is believable, but at the same time, at least make it a match. At least make it like two old warriors going at it, like pretty much like Femi and Brock has done, and like near fall here, near fall here. Oh, bringing out the old nostalgia factor. Oh, Brock done took his gloves off. Oh, he started to make John Cena bleed. Stuff like that. But for him to just get demolished by Brock, and trust me, we know Brock ain't working a long match. He's not trying to put on a 5-star match. He's fine with a 3-star match. As long as he
Yeah.
gets what he got to get done, hits a couple moves and get up out of there safely. That's all he was worried about.
And
Um,
as long as the check clears.
yes, yes. Before he even leaves that arena.
Yeah.
But with the ESPN involvement, with TKO's oversight of the product and the promotion, mm, we've had decent product, but then overall, disheartening product to the point where Triple H is sitting there literally having an interview and telling people like, if you had so much energy and enthusiasm that you have for your disdain with creative, or better yet, in his words, I wish fans would have the same energy for our characters as they do criticizing writing. I mean, Triple H, last time I checked, the fans that are watching your product are guys like us who literally watch you be a talent
Yeah.
in that same product that you're promoting. But then also with the with our crowd and our children, like, sure, yes, like you want us to invest our time and money into these characters, but if these characters are not entertaining enough, or I'll take that back, they are entertaining enough. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we talk a bunch of junk about Judgment Day or whoever this, that, and the third, but they're only doing what the offensive coordinator, football reference, is telling them in their ear. So,
Hmm.
and it's very far and few the amount of talent that can actually just do what they want to do. Right. Roman, Seth, Cody, CM Punk,
Punk.
you
Yeah.
know, is very few. Rhea, like I'm sure other people like Liv or such, they have their leash, but at the same time, they all go to the beat, sound of the beat of the drum, and it's the higher ups.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would never wish to have the old man back in charge. Let's be crystal clear on that.
Oh God, no.
But one thing that when Voldemort was in charge, I'm not gonna mention his name, but when Voldemort was in charge, there was always a buck stops here with him in his office. Now, he got out of touch in his later years. Let's not get it twisted. But there was always a buck stops here that we could count on. It was him that helped keep Vince Russo in check when Vince Russo was doing his thing, back in the Attitude Era. Um, I don't know if Triple H is that guy. I don't know if Triple H is that guy because Triple H almost kind of seems like, and I'm not looking to drag him, okay? some of the things he has done has been absolutely brilliant with WWE creative. Let's not get it twisted here. Some of the things he has done has been absolutely brilliant. But ever since TKO took over ownership, ever since TKO really started sticking their corporate nose in, I kind of feel like they're kind of cutting his feet out from under him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that they're taking away from the product by force feeding us celebrity insight. Like,
Oh, don't get me started.
oh
Yeah.
snap, there goes Dr. Dre sitting at the side of the thing. Oh, there go uh 50 Cent. Oh, here come Michael Cole. That's my guy. This is my guy. This is
Oh,
my guy. Michael Cole, we don't care. I mean, that's what's up. That's cool. I'm happy for you. But like, they're fans. They're watching the product like we are. Can we please focus on what's going on in the ring?
like every time they play Los Angeles, we got to get the same celebrity sightings. We got to get Fluffy. We got to get O'Shea Jackson. We got to get, every time we go to Atlanta, we're getting, on camera
Two chains.
all of the Atlanta area rappers that apparently Michael Cole loves. It's
Yeah.
like paint by numbers at this point.
But yeah, we can't get Judgment Day to call it quits. Hey,
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's just so much juice with that storyline right now. Yeah, he says as his nose grows like Punky Pinocchio.
it's
Oh
about as
boy.
much juice as a dried prune.
Wow, that's a hell of an image, dude. That's a hell of an image. Wow. All right.
I mean, and let me never say this. I'm happy. I'm happy for Raquel. You know this. I text you. You know
Yes,
how I feel about Raquel. I've been wanting Raquel to turn on Liv and go for the world title, but I had to get a hand me down. I had to get here. This is what you've been complaining about. We'll put a title on her anyway. Here's the IC title. So congratulations to her, most definitely. But
Godspeed, absolutely.
it adds more life to Judgment Day, and I'm not looking forward or wanting that. I rather they just call it quits because just like I want them to call it quits on the vision. Like stop hindering Braun Breaker's growth. This man literally was a dog in NXT, and now he's a hot dog on the main roster.
Did you see how grumpy he was looking on Monday night? Do
Oh,
you
he
see
was
how
pissed.
pissed off that man was looking Monday night?
He felt like he could be anywhere else in the world other than there.
Probably 33 and a third more places that he'd rather be than in that ring with Logan Paul and ugh, God. I said I wasn't gonna get negative. I said I wasn't gonna get negative, but I kind of feel it bubbling up. Just talk me down. Talk me down.
Inside, you,
Can we talk a little about the show, the SummerSlam this
yes,
weekend in Minneapolis?
yes, please, please, can we get
Yes.
get to that? I was sitting patiently, just calmly waiting on that. That's something we can look forward to. There's something that has potential to be surprising, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hopefully, be something on the realms of me going to see Spider-Man today. Like I went to Spider-Man, I was ecstatic. I was excited. I was overfilled with joy because I felt like Marvel was coming back to, its stomping grounds and like giving me that feel of what I was feeling anytime I go see a Marvel movie. So,
Right.
but I'm glad you brought that up because actually pulled up the cards, and for Saturday night, um, would you want me to read the matches out, or you just want me to,
Let's do it. Yeah, no, let's do it. Yeah.
okay? So Saturday night, no order intended. We got the undisputed championship match between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. We got Femi and Brock Lesnar and Hell in a Cell. We got the women's championship match between Liv and Io Sky. We got Gunther and versus Nick Aldis. We got the three-man tag match between the Bloodline and Keys Knight and Solo, and Fatal Influence Saturday night. So we'll start from there and we'll get to Sunday.
Yeah. You know, like I'm I mentioned last week, and I actually stand by this a little bit more. I kind of feel like, and I was texting you earlier, I kind of feel like Gunther and Nick Aldis has potential to really be good. I'm not gonna, mix words here. Nick Aldis has been out of the ring. He's probably got tons of ring rust right now. But why not go into the ring with one of the best workers, one of the best heels in the world in Gunther right now? I mean, why not go in there and, go in there and see what you can do? Um, and just, kind of judging by some of the stuff that Nick Aldis has been saying about this, like he was on Chris Van Vliet's podcast this week and got rather emotional talking about talking about getting back in the ring. I really think that match has the potential to be, I'm not saying it will be, but it's got potential to be match of the entire weekend.
Right, which and I truly believe that it has potential to be that, but obviously, you going
Yeah.
against Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
versus Femi, so that's a tall task to be match of the night when you
Well,
got them two.
it could end up being a sleeper, is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely, and I truly believe it. I really because of the build up to it, the the Easter eggs that we've been getting these past couple of months, maybe even years. As long as Nick has been in WWE as the GM. We talked about it previously in previous episodes. Like, we've said that Nick looked like he could go. We said Nick looks like
Yeah.
he can still, you know, tough it up with whoever he goes into.
I mean, obviously keeps
Well,
himself in impeccable shape.
and seeing that clip of him talking to Nick, excuse me, not Nick, talking to Chris, and like how emotional he got, and just thinking about all the work that he put into just coming back, and not even just coming back to the ring, but just getting to WWE. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this man working the indies for a long time. So for him to like get this chance, get this opportunity, it means the world to him. So I'm looking
Obviously.
forward to seeing them go. You and I have high hopes for it, and also like we said on this show a lot of times, Gunther can turn a match into a 5-star match. He literally turned a match with uh Pat McAfee into like a quality
Yeah.
match that I was
He
invested.
he
It almost
sold for Pat McAfee.
made me feel like Pat McAfee had a chance
I
to
know.
win. So, and this is like Pat McAfee. Nick is totally different. Nick is a performer. He's a talent, a former talent.
Multi-time
So
champion. Yeah, former
multi-time
NWA
champ.
champion. Yeah.
His last time, well, was it NWA TNA? Uh, yeah, it was TNA. His AJ Styles' last match was against Nick. Last TNA match was against Nick. So I that's definitely on my to watch list as far as like matches I want to watch. Uh I mean, we just gonna save this for last. We ain't even got to discuss that one. But the undisputed title match is probably next for me. Um, Obviously the last match I want to discuss is definitely the number one match I'm ready for. But
Right.
the undisputed match, I'm definitely excited because you know me, my guess has always been Cody's gonna turn heel. I mean, that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm staying with. That's what I am going to die on that hill with. That Cody's going to turn heel.
And I
It is.
hope like hell it happens.
It needs to. I
Yeah.
mean, we can't go into night two with a bummer. We can't go into night two with some eh, just because think about WrestleMania, right? WrestleMania, uh, Seth Rollins had turned. I mean, well, this is not the previous WrestleMania, but like you just think about iconic moments that happened on night one, leading to night two. I mean, we can go back to probably SummerSlam of last year if I can remember that. It's kind of hard to remember SummerSlam every so often because there's so many moments that have happened. I can't even remember what it was last year. Let's look it up and see.
Boy, that's kind of a ringing endorsement. I do remember that it was at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. That I do
Okay,
remember.
yes. So last year was New York, New Jersey, as a matter of
Yep.
fact. Um Night one highlights. CM Punk get defeated Gunther just to get cashed in on. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So are we going to Minnesota and not having some iconic moment? We got to. We have to. You can't
Yeah.
go into night two with Roman versus Seth and something don't matriculate to that. And to be honest, think about this: the undisputed title match. Now, granted, if Randy Orton don't get involved, because I'm kind of having my fingers crossed on that too. Like maybe Randy comes back, but wouldn't that be a sight to see The Rock shows up, helps Cody wins the belt again, and they're in the middle of the ring shaking hands? You go into night two. Now your mind is on Roman. What is Roman thinking? Roman has a big match against Seth Rollins. Is that messing up his psyche? Is Cody part of the bloodline? This, that, and the third. So like,
Is John Moxley waiting in the gorilla position?
is John Moxley waiting in the gorilla's position? Is what Zula coming and being a new member of the bloodline? Like,
Yeah.
but that's neither here nor there. I mean, we don't even know if The Rock even will show up. So, but I am excited to see this brother versus brother match.
He
I
says
like you,
with
but
no
I
and the yeah, no irony at
right.
all.
I like you, but I hate you. What kind of promo is that? That's so like. I hope tomorrow. I hope to hell. I'm gonna say it that they fix that. That the promo is way better going into SummerSlam Saturday night than that crap because y'all really proven to me that not only Seth Rollins is number two, but Cody Rhodes is number two too.
That's a shame.
Because that was absolute. I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah, again, let's try to stay positive if we can. Because it's a little bit too late in the day for me to be crashing out about this. Speaking of crashing out, I really think that Brock Lesnar and Femi, I've said it before, I think that's your match of the weekend. If they let them put together a story like I think they can, let them get physical, let them get violent, let them get bloody. Let's shed some blood here. I really think that match could be, an all-time classic. And, it's been coming out that Brock Lesnar has been just actively mentoring Oba Femi. I mean, obviously he's been taking like a lot of interest in seeing him succeed, which I love seeing, by the way. But I think, yeah, no, I think that match should be the match of the weekend. But, we've been surprised before in good ways and bad ways. But, I think it should be the match of the weekend.
Totally agree. I have two reasons why I think that it's going to be match of the night because number one is going to be an absolute train wreck. It's going to be
But the good kind
two.
of train wreck.
Oh yeah, the good guy and destruction stuff getting pulled from underneath the ring, table set up, probably just an old school barn burner of a two big meaty men slapping meat together. But
Slobber Knocker Central.
number two is I'm calling it right now. I'm calling the spot between them two, and either Brock is going to throw Oba or Oba's going to throw Brock into the side of the ring, and they're probably going to snap, and they're going to end up in on the outside of Hell in a Cell. Not climbing it now. That's back in the old days. That's not happening. But just a old shit moment, basically, is what I'm calling for.
I like where your head's at on that. I like where your head's at on that. I think you've got to have some kind of a moment between. I mean, these are two big strapping guys. I mean, 300-pound plus guys who can move, who can, bench press a house. You need one of those moments that, where like the air gets removed out of the room.
And not one of those moments where Obafemi is about to powerbomb somebody and that botch of a move that the security guard, I guess, didn't.
Oh my God, that security guard's lucky he didn't break his neck on that.
Yeah, that was a wild night.
That wasn't on Oba, by the way. That was the security guard just taking that nine kinds of wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, dude,
But other than that, I mean, it's gonna be a good night Saturday night. It's gonna be six matches. Obviously, three is the only gonna be. Well, actually, let me take it back. Four. No, 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 three. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going to disrespect my girl Io Sky. Io Sky is a phenomenal worker in the ring. She does a lot of great things. So that title match is probably going to be a great one too. It's just Judgment Day is still around, so I know they go get involved, and I'm over it. So
Yeah. I know you can't go a week without trashing Judgment Day, and again, I love that about you.
you can't go 30 seconds without crashing Judgment Day.
Nah, nah. All right, so, um, all right, so night two. Night two, we've got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. We got, which I think can be the sleeper of night two, Penta and Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. We've got the five-way ladder match for the interim women's championship with Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, or the final participant hasn't been determined yet, but either Julia or Lash Legend. We've got that ridiculous human monies on a pole match between Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio. We've got a match that is on SummerSlam for reasons passing understanding. A number one contender match between Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. Why? And then you've got a U.S. Championship match with Trick Williams and Baron Corbin. Still feels weird saying Baron Corbin again after what he did on his way out. But um, out of those matches, what's the one that you're looking to the most? I've kind of established mine. I think Penta and Chad Gable, if they give them enough time, I think that's a match that could, I think that can be an all-time classic if you give it enough time.
Probably the ladder match.
The
Um,
women's ladder match, yeah.
I got a feeling that Last Legend is probably gonna win that belt. Um, because process of elimination. Charlotte Flair got beef with Jade. Tiffany got underlying beef that's not been brought up, but she got beef with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is a former U.S. champion. I'm pretty sure Chelsea wants that title back. Or she wants the women's title, so she has to cut Tiffany from underneath her legs to get to it. So it's gonna cause a beef between them two. And I mean, without Rhea, I mean, it needs a new face with it. And then it's interim champion.
Yeah.
That means she ain't even gonna be champion for long. It's just for a couple weeks. So why not put it on Lash Legend? And then when Rhea comes back, why we won't get Lash Legend versus Rhea for the title?
Here's my question. Why are they making it a five-way match? Why are they making it a five-way match? Because there is a there is a returning superstar that has been in and out of WWE for the past year or so, who likes to skip to the ring, who's AJ Lee. Why is she not in this match?
I mean, we gotta realize AJ Lee ain't, not to say anything about her age, she's still phenomenal. And she looks phenomenal, and she's AJ Lee, but AJ Lee ain't no spring chicken. So, and this is we talk about some serious bumps. This is a ladder match. This is not a fatal five-way match where you just take a couple balls, maybe get thrown on a table or whatever the case may be. No, 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 my friend. This is a ladder. That means they're gonna
Yeah.
be 30 to 40 feet in the air, falling and going through tables and doing some crazy stuff on 'em. So, uh, I think that has the potential to be knighted in. Well, obviously, I understand why you feel Chad and Penta's gonna be one because Chad wins. It's a hometown feeling. That's a wonderful feeling to see him win the IC
Yeah.
title in front of his family and friends and confidants. Just the sheer reason of bloodline reasons, and then just mind games being played. I feel Roman's gonna play a mind game with Seth. I feel Roman's going to come out like Seth did him at SummerSlam, maybe in full shield gear, maybe influenced by the shield, but blood well OTC's gear. But I am ready to see what happens because
I am too.
let's just face it, you never fail when it comes to a Roman Reigns match nowadays because of the sheer drama and story building you can do with the bloodline. And I feel like we going to get introduced to yet another new member of not only the WWE family, but bloodline family.
You think Zilla finally makes his debut?
I believe so. You know what? I take it back. I don't really think he comes to the championship match, to be honest. I think he interferes with Bloodline versus Solo and LA Knight and Keys.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. I truly think so.
Do you think he aligns with Solo, or do you think he aligns with Jacob and them?
Oh no, Jacob for sure. Jacob and Jay and Jimmy.
Yeah, because we got another, we're doing War Games again in November. Got to start planting them seeds now.
They need to. They better.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that we get a Dean Ambrose sighting this weekend? The only, I'm not holding out much hope for it, if I'm being honest. But they've really been leaning into the whole video retrospective of the Shield here in this build. Been playing a lot of old clips. They've been showing Dean Ambrose a little bit, but they've been really kind of leaning into that video retrospective of the Shield. And Moxley's contract is up with AEW. I think he's a free agent right now. Do you think there's any chance that we see him this weekend?
Trying to find his situation or contract. Uh, uh, it's always a strong possibility. Um, it says because I looked it up on Microsoft here. John Moxley is under contract with All Elite Wrestling through at least 2027. He signed a 5-year extension in 2022. While through 2027 is the confirmed door, it does not specify an exact month or day, so the exact end date could be earlier or later depending on the contract terms. So maybe he did sign through 2027, but maybe he had a loophole in the contract where he could buy himself out or,
Maybe.
leave at an earlier date or, something. But, people have contracts like that. They have contracts in
Yeah.
football and baseball and basketball
Right.
like that. Um, you know, the big stars, they got no trade contract.
Right.
Well, if a team is interested in trading you, you have the option to whether you want to go to that team or don't be traded at all. So
I mean,
maybe
I mean,
John, maybe
he could
John
get
got
a
a
He could get a Bobby Bonilla special and get $1 million every July 1st until he's 70 years old.
God, I wish I could have came across a contract like that in my lifetime.
He, I, all kidding aside, I hope that man buys his agent a nice steak dinner and a nice bottle of something every July 1st for getting him that deal.
I'm sure he do. He got to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this man, this man and his grandkids, this man, his kids, his grandkids, and his grandkids was
Oh yeah.
set for
Oh
life.
yeah. Yeah. So I'll just ask you straight up, who do you think wins between Roman and Seth?
Roman.
You think Roman retains? I agree.
Yep. I think Roman don't lose that belt until Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, interesting.
I think with them having Oba win King of the Ring just for him to relinquish a title shot, that made no absolutely no sense. Why not just give it to Jay at that point? But hey, neither here nor there. Um,
We just work here.
Oba goes through some trials and tribulations, you know, trying to wash that stank off of fighting Brock multiple months. And he don't really get involved with the title scene just too yet. And then Money Bank comes. Obviously, he's one of the entries. He wins it. Now he can choose whatever champion he wants. And could you just see the endorsement of ruler of the bank or ruler in the bank?
Do you think, I don't know if I would want this, but do you think that if Oba wins Money in the Bank, he can still cash in Money in the Bank to win a championship? And he can still cash in his King of the Ring championship to win the other championship. Think we can get a two belt ruler? I don't know if I'd want
Uh,
that, but they definitely see a lot of potential in that kid.
well, remember that they said with him taking on this match with Brock Lesnar that he relinquished his right to fight for the championship. So, which I thought was stupid. Like, why would you even
It
have the
is stupid.
tournament for King of the Ring? Then on top of that, give it to Opal. He gets a title shot just for you to take it away. Why not have Brock come in and cost him the opportunity to become King of the Ring? So Jay wins it. Jay goes on to fight Cody Rhodes for the title or whoever. But they just, I, you know what? I'm not.
Dom, the problem with that, with your scenario there, it makes too much sense.
Yeah. If we focus, if I
It's
like
too
Triple H
logical.
said, if we focus our energy more into the characters instead of the creative team, that everything will make sense to us. Stuff that doesn't make sense, it will make sense to us if we invested more time and effort into just like watching the product because it makes sense.
You know, he just told us to go find the squirrel, right? Squirrel! Like,
He's he, he,
do wrestling fans have the memory of a goldfish?
no, my brother, you really wanted to say that he really wanted to just tell us go F ourselves. That's basically what Triple H was, getting at. So
Pretty much, yeah.
he's like, hey, look at this TV screen. I'm gonna put some on there and you're gonna enjoy it no matter how you feel.
You're gonna eat this broccoli and you're gonna enjoy it. But I
Hey,
don't like broccoli.
I'm gonna give you like the fourth or fifth match Danhauser had against Judgment Day. There's no other people on that roster that he can have a feud with that would make it more believable and more entertaining. We just gonna have to force Judgment Day down your throat week in and week out.
But how can we make it different? Oh, let's put human monies on a poll.
Yeah,
Do we have to clear that with Vince Russo? I mean, come on.
human monies. SummerSlam is the big four. SummerSlam is big
Yeah.
four. We supposed to be like on the same excitement and energy we were on going into WrestleMania, and we're not.
SummerSlam should be hot WrestleMania.
Yeah,
And again, this show could be absolutely banging. It could be an incredible show. It could be an incredible weekend. It could be an incredible event. But like, the build makes me want to drink coffee.
oh man,
And that's
the
sad.
big four, Brian. That's just like the big four in sports in general:
Yeah.
NBA, NFL, what MLB, and golf.
NHL.
Really,
Yeah.
or NHL. Sorry,
Yeah.
but like you got the Stanley World Cup, you got NBA Finals, you got the
Uh,
Super Bowl, and then you got the World Series.
uh-huh.
And the way we're going into it, it feels like we're looking at the Stanley Cup because neither one of us watch hockey like that. So it's like, and no disrespect to NHL because I love
Of
NHL.
course.
I played hockey games when I was a kid, but like I don't watch hockey like that. I can't even tell you the players that are in now that who's the highest scorer or whatever. Baseball, I know a couple of baseball players. Football, oh, I know a whole bunch of football players. Basketball, I know a whole bunch of basketball players. So like
Yeah.
out of me, you would think NFL and NBA. Bet. But SummerSlam to me was always like you said, hot WrestleMania. So like WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of it all, right? That left SummerSlam like the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
You ain't got to sit there and watch nothing. You ain't got to watch the whole season. But those two teams in the finals, those
Hmm.
two teams are either it's gonna be hit or miss. Like you had a couple years where you was like, who how in the world they even make it to the finals? They shouldn't even been in them. But like with SummerSlam, that's how it feels. Like, why is this match even in there? Why is this on the card? Why is this on the card? You really expect me to pay $30 to watch this crap? No, I'm good. I'm gonna go get steak dinner.
Before we wrap up, just WWE. We put a lot of time, we put a lot of energy, we invest money into this product. There's a lot going on in this world right now. We can't eat lettuce, okay? We can't eat freaking lettuce.
Unless you can be on the toilet for the
I
entire
know,
day.
I know, unless you want to, use that as your colonoscopy prep, but be that as it may, there's a lot going on in this world right now. You and I and wrestling fans and our audience, we look forward to these events. We look forward to sitting in front of our TV, ordering a pizza, and enjoying this event. Get me excited about it again. That's all that I ask. Make me feel like a kid again. Because when wrestling is right, when WWE is right, I feel like a little boy again. I feel like I'm back when I'm 10 years old watching Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant. Like, I feel like a little kid again. Make me feel that way again. Please. That's all that I ask. Just get me excited about this product again. As I said at the beginning of the show, the weekend could be an incredible show. This could be an incredible show. But the job that they have done getting us excited for it, that's I can't finish that sentence because it's just not possible.
Excited is definitely not in the same breath as this show goes, for sure.
And that's a damn shame. Because again, the show could be really good, but I'm not excited for it. But we'll definitely be watching it. We'll definitely be recapping on the next episode. We may
I
be
can't wait
crashing
either.
out about it, but we'll definitely be recapping it on the next episode.
Gotta open that crashing out about to go. I
Yeah, you and me both. Well, getting ready for SummerSlam. Should be a good show. We're not gonna taint your opinion on it too much more, but just entertain me, get me excited, and help, make me feel like a little kid again. That's all I ask. It's not that much.
just please, just I don't think it's gonna come nowhere near close to how excited I felt after watching Spider-Man tonight. But
Nah, but I'm excited. But I'd love to be surprised.
yeah,
I
me
would
too.
love to be surprised.
Me too.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this SummerSlam preview episode of the Wrestling Roundtable. As always, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Follow us on the social media machine. All the links will be in the description. And join us again next week. For Dom, I'm Ryan. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until we eat again, take care and so long for now.